I am so ready. I got my coffee that I left over there for some reason. So if you read the title, you would know that hopefully by this time this video comes out, if I do this correctly, my birthday is today as of this video being up. Hopefully, if I do it right. But my birthday is in 10 days as of recording this, and I decided what better way to celebrate than to make myself a cake. So I've already gone ahead and done some butter. I have brown butter in here, which is not all solid, but is on the verge of being solid. If you don't know how to do brown butter, here is a little explanation.
So you want to start with room temperature butter and weigh it out. I always do a microwave safe bowl just because I then melt the butter. For this exact recipe, I weighed out 70 grams. I always weigh out 10 grams more than what the recipe calls for, just because you do lose a little bit of water. So then I put it in the microwave for around 20 seconds. You can honestly do 30. It doesn't really make a difference, except you will have to mix in the rest of the butter because it does obviously not, melt that much. Then you want to transfer it to the stove on a pot that is set to low heat or medium low heat, and you want to let it go for around 10 minutes. It can, if you're doing it on medium heat, you can let it go a bit less just because it is a bit hotter. But yeah, here I am just like getting the rest of the butter out and then mixing the rest of the chunks in. It doesn't really make that much of a difference again, but it will take a bit longer just with the chunks not mixed in. And you want to let it sit until it sounds like this, and you see all these bubbles. They are what you need. You need to then let it kind of stay like that, as it will, smaller bubbles will form and it will spread all around. Here's a little time lapse because it took a while. You want to wait until it looks like this and then all over, and then you can turn off the heat and let it sit for 20 minutes.
Now what you want to do is you want to, like, around a tablespoon is fine of water. I'm going to put it in the freezer just because I want it to be done. But you can put the water in the fridge when you do the brown butter. If you do that, it will make it 10 times easier. Okay. Now that that's out the way, I am going to start baking. Now I did add vanilla into this butter. You don't have to, I just did it because it's fun and it adds something else to the butter. The reason I like putting brown butter in baking is because it adds like a really deep nutty flavor. I just tend to think it is so much better. But now that this is done, we're not actually going to follow the instructions on this. This is because if you're doing it straight up, but because it's a brown butter dish, because using brown butter, you want to let it sit in the fridge for a few hours so it can really develop the flavor. We're actually also gonna brew a shot of coffee. Normally with pods, the shots, double shots, are so big. They put so much water. So just to be sure, I wanted to just do one singular shot. And we're gonna add it to the butter real quick. Okay, that's all mixed up in there. You might see that we're not making a regular vanilla cake. We're actually going to be making a funfetti, well, kind of vanilla cake. And you can 100% make this from scratch if you well and truly want to. I just did not want to make one from scratch, so we're making box mix, but we're elevating it. You always want to elevate box mix if you're baking a box mix, just because it's a little boring otherwise. Like, why would you do that? Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so this is the icing, which essentially is just powdered sugar. Okay. Here's a cake mix. Okay, so you know what's crazy? While I mix this up, I think it's crazy how quick birthdays come around. Okay, so I came back from my UK and Paris trip that I did with my family, and I was not ready to think about my birthday. That was something I was not ready to think about. We got back on the 20th of July, so like I didn't even think about what I wanted presents wise, and if I even wanted presents. And then it's like, oh, my birthday's gonna be here in like 15 days. What do I do? So that's fun. Now we're gonna add the cold water in. If you don't know why cold water is added, it's because when you brown butter, you actually lose some of the fat content, I believe. Yeah, you lose some of the fat content, and then you have to add in water because you lose all that water and fat content that ends up becomes solid. So that is why you add cold water. It's just like if you're adding it into cookies that you make with brown butter, which brown butter cookies are the best. But brown butter cake, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? And because this is my cake and my channel, I can do whatever I want. Are you joking? That's so good. If you thought this could get any better, I'm gonna add hundreds and thousands. And it might not work. I did make a funfetti cake like years ago, and the sprinkles just like kind of disappeared. We are going to actually scoop them in. So I'm gonna do 1/4. And then we have some extra for the top, which is very exciting. And we're gonna fold them in. This also just like could not work. Like there's a pocket of sprinkles. It seems to be working now, but I feel like because it's going to be sitting for a hot minute in the fridge, it might all just like kind of, the colors might all just kind of blend together. That is already happening, so I'm going to stop. It's currently like 2:10 as of recording this. So if I want to make this cake today, I better hurry the fuck up, you know? You can leave it for up to a day. Brown butter, when you do that, it actually is like recommended you leave it up for a day or two because of the brown butter, and it will like deepen in flavor. And it's actually really good if you do that. But I will see you in 2 hours. It has been 2 hours. Lighting has changed. We have the cake mix right here. It is sat for 2 hours in the fridge. I have oiled up this pan and for some reason it slides okay. So I just heard the preheating switch over. So now we're gonna put her in, put the cake in for roughly around 25 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, I actually put it in for 40 minutes because 20 minutes was not gonna make shit. This is where it's important to read the recipe and not just abandon it. Continue.
Can you tell it's been a day? Yeah. It was either recording this, finishing this off at midnight, or doing this now. So I thought now would be perfect. I put the cake in the fridge. I got it out the pan. How beautiful is it? Like, ooh. And now we're gonna move it over to this pizza tray. Why? Because I want to ice it and not get it on the container. So let's do this. Oh no, it probably stuck to the bottom. Shit. Oh, perfect. She's a little oily on the bottom. She also was really hard to get out the pan. so it looks like that. Then we do that. Let me flip that over. Oh my god, I did it. She looks a little uneven, so let me move this over. So cake. So the cake has been sitting in the fridge overnight, so it's nice and firm. Oh, you can see where that's okay. We'll just flip it this side for the thumbnail. This icing has also been in the fridge overnight. I only just got it out a bit ago to start defrosting. We didn't have a number 9 candle, so I was gonna put 19 on the cake, but we just have regular old very tall candles, and this fun contraption. Okay, now we're ready to ice this shit. Do I need to move you guys down so you guys can see? Okay, great. You guys can see what I'm doing. I didn't add anything else to this icing that I didn't already need to, except for milk was the only thing I added. Oh, no, well, no. I did also add corn flour because it was still a little thin. But corn flour is an icing sugar. So it's not that shit. Hope you guys can't see that. Oh god, okay. I'm not great at icing cakes. I wish you could see what I'm looking at right now. I mean, technically you can. You can see it's kind of a mess. It's a mess down here because I accidentally I mean, it's okay. It's not like anything too crazy to clean up. I mean, this will be taken off of this tray soon, so there's nothing too bad to worry about, but it is still quite annoying. Let me grab some more of this icing. Okay. What was that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, right. Alright. Yeah, that's how I lose the icing. Okay. Well, we did it. I just need to clean this up. All right. Let me. Oh. Okay, great. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I'm trying not to get any icing that's not meant to be wiped off the cake. Um, but I think we did it. I think we did it. Great. Okay. We'll figure that out when we get there. We'll just yeah. Great. Okay. If anyone says you're too old for sprinkles, they're lying. I'm gonna pretend to blow a whistle. You know, this would be a great cake for someone who you hate and who is allergic to sprinkles because you'd be like, oh, well, the sprinkles on top and inside. That was better in my head. How many candles should I add? Let's add 3. I think 3 is a good amount, right? Ooh, hold on. There's already a green one, so let's do a blue and a pink. So come on, there's a pink right there. Yep. Look how tall these candles are. They're so tall. They're not even, but okay.
Okay, happy birthday to me.
Okay, guys. I mean, that looks pretty cool. Okay, this is my code. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm gonna wish for something, and then you guys better do it, okay? I wish that you guys would like and subscribe. Smoke. So what are you doing? You should like and subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna cut into this cake. I forgot how fun that is. Okay, well, I'm gonna set this down so that I can wash it later. Alright, should we cut into it? I'm gonna cut the side that's already broken, so. Oh, and it's nice and dense as well because it's so. Oh, hell yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever lit fire on this YouTube channel. Alright, it's a very small piece, but you know what? We gotta. I love how I'm using the spatula when there's quite literally a lifting one here. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. This is for the rest of the cake. Because I'm going to give a little insection of what this looks like. I did? I mean, even though like the sprinkles are kind of like mixed in, I knew that would happen. I'm impressed. I did that. Okay, you ready? I'm going to taste test. Oh! Let's taste together. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Mm-hmm. All you need to do is level up your cake box, mix, and then you got a really good cake. That is insanely good. Oh my god. I think adding the brown butter made it like, oh, it's rich vanilla. But then you also get the coffee that I added, which you don't have to add. I just added because I thought it would be a really good enhancer. And also if you add espresso to things, they kind of like deepen the flavor and make it richer. So good. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm gonna finish eating this, and I'm gonna celebrate my birthday as well. So thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different. It's not like, I mean, I've done baking videos on this channel, but this one was different because I made a cake. I made a birthday cake, and I will wish that you guys need to like and subscribe. So what are you guys doing? You need to like and subscribe right now, or at least until this video ends. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Oh my god.